So, folks, I know a lot of people are focused right now on their favorite big sweaty orange boy, Donald J. Trump, and his BFF of over 10 years, Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently, there's a big kerfuffle about, them being friends and Jeffrey Epstein being one of the most notorious sex traffickers of children in modern times. For the richest and most powerful people on the planet. There's a lot of attention on that, I guess. But far be it from us to ignore, the little people, the little Republicans, because, let me just throw this out there. I saw this floating around today, and I have some thoughts. Here is this post. My 0% unemployment plan. And it appears to be a man standing outside of a Nazi death camp. So that's interesting. Now, one might say, well, Jack, that's just a random guy. Well, he's not really just a random guy, because this guy is actually running to be governor of California as a Republican. Actually, this is his official campaign website. Governor Langford 2026, California today, California tomorrow, California forever, which I feel I'm getting the vibe that might be a Nazi thing. His merch are stickers of, the bridge, with a rosary on it and a shirt that is basically the same. He looks like a teenager. He does indeed. Let's take a look. What are his policies? California invented Innovate or Die. What happened? In 2026, we have a historic opportunity to finally put the people of California first. For far too long, politicians in Sacramento have allowed petty quarrels and incompetence to paralyze the government, preventing them from fulfilling their most basic mandate, maintaining and modernizing California's infrastructure. This failure is more than repulsive. It is dangerous. In a rapidly changing world, we cannot afford further delays. California must build now, or the consequences will be dire. It's time to prioritize action over excuses, results over rhetoric, and the needs of Californians over those whims of career politicians. The future of the Golden State depends on who wins in 2026. All right, so that's interesting. Better than ever, California is within reach. Wow, unify and build? California was historically a Catholic state, shaped by Spanish missions that introduced agriculture, education, and community values foundational to its early growth. Our campaign focuses on revitalizing these Catholic foundations.
Like this guy didn't understand what California Uber Alles was about.
Where the heck did you learn about this guy? His post about, being a Nazi kind of made the rounds. We have to revitalize these Catholic foundations to address infrastructure, economic, spiritual, and cultural challenges, aiming to unify and advance the state. By returning to the religion that once made California great, we seek to foster progress and deliver real victories to California families. Yeah, so as one can imagine, this is all pretty interesting stuff. I scrolled down to the bottom of this page, of course, noted Governor Langford for a better than ever California, bear emoji, heart emoji, US. You got the contact info at the bottom here. But also I noticed that there was music posted here, and I figured, hey, let's check out his Apple Music page, because that's an interesting thing for a politician to have. And hey, wait a minute, who's that twink he's standing next to? Wait a minute, that explains a lot.
Kyle Langford.
The reason that we've won the hearts and minds of the people is because we're dealing with something real. Jesus Christ was God become incarnate in flesh. He was a sinless, blameless victim, and they crucified him. They nailed his hands and feet to the cross. His own people. And he knew they would do it.
Anyway, that's great. Did you guys know you can get 1 month of free music? You can listen to such hits as Pink Floyd or this fucking guy. So that's cool. That's interesting. And yes, that was indeed Nick Fuentes who endorsed this man. I do want to point out one very important policy, all right?
X today, X tomorrow, X forever is a reference to a racist George Wallace speech supporting segregation.
That's it. I was trying to figure out what, like, that was sending my dog whistle brain into overdrive. Thank you for nailing that down, Brutus Magnuson. Thank you for the $5 super chat as well. And can we also just talk real briefly? Because, of course, I Googled his name, and this was the first, like, news article that came up about him. And, well, it's maybe the least surprising thing one could ever imagine from a Nick Fuentes fan who's running for governor. Republican candidate proposes forcing migrant women to marry American men. So, yeah. A Republican candidate, anonymous gifter, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I very, very much appreciate the support. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, during an appearance on The Lily Show with host Lily Gaddis. Hey, wait a minute. Lily Gaddis, isn't that the lady who said the N-word? Isn't that the lady I was just talking about the other day, how she had, like, disappeared into, like, oblivion? Yeah, would you Google Lily Gaddis, by the way, the number one result is an IMDb page for the Candace Owens show titled, "She Said the N-word and Went Viral." Imagine that being your legacy. Your legacy is that you said the N-word on camera, and that's it. That's it. That is it. Also, just fucking lol. The number 2 result is her cameo. You can get her to say anything you want. Two guesses for what people pay her to say. JK, you only get one guess. What is this policy? We know where you are. If you marry one of our Californian incels, then you can stay. But if you don't, then, well, they're getting sent back across, he said. It's an initiative that will encourage family formation in the state of California. Fostering healthy, stable, young families is my number one priority. So, again, this Nazi's policy is, we are going to force you to get married to an incel if you want to stay in America. Can you review? I would rather shoot myself in the gut and slowly pass away than review Lily Gaddis's content. The thing is, I know I feed you guys a lot of conservative slop. I know we cover a lot of conservative slop on this channel, but understand it comes from a place of me trying to take the piss out of channels that have the influence over hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. It's my attempt to, like, tear them down, make them small, silly, mockable, and I would rather not give more oxygen to Lily Gaddis, a content creator who might be smaller than me, actually, out of curiosity. Oh, I think she streams alongside people like Jesse Lee Peterson. Okay, no, she's actually bigger than me. But, like, not by much. Not by much. Yeah, like, there's no point in me covering this content, guys. There's no point. I'm not gonna dedicate time to give air to, like who's posting thumbnails like this. I'm not gonna talk about this lady's opinion on chemtrails. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I can find someone bigger than her if I ever feel the need to talk about how chemtrails are bullshit. So no, the answer is no. You can't make me, and I shan't, and I won't. Now, that being said, of course, we're looking not just at one Republican candidate for governor. We're looking at a bunch of different Republican candidates, and one that we should probably talk about this week is a guy named Capriglione. And I'm probably mispronouncing his name, but I don't give a fuck. He's a Texas representative for the GOP. So he's been elected in Texas before. He was running to be a candidate again, and well, he got a little bit too spicy. You see, this man vocally anti-abortion, vocally all about purity when it comes to sex. And it turns out that, and it's been about a month since he revealed that he was going to seek re-election, right? Well, it turns out that local reporters were able to show that he had been having a 17-year-long affair with an exotic dancer. So he had been unfaithful the entire time to his wife while preaching about the need for, purity in sexual, circumstances. Yeah, it's kind of a big oop. A big oop. And, in this 25-minute long interview they did with the woman he had been cheating with, she talks about how he had actually paid her to go get abortions. Very, very interestingly, this guy, who was a vocal proponent of ending legal abortion in Texas, he was paying a stripper to get abortions. Now, of course, he did try to do some damage mitigation.
Ah shucks, here are duck bucks for good lucks. BWA or something.
Knifeiest Duck, thank you for the $5 dono. I just want to throw out there, okay, that some of the details of this are nuts, right? So some of the details from this include that he paid her when they met up for sexual encounters. That's prostitution. Like, you were paying, you were breaking, not only were you having an affair, you were breaking the law while having that affair. Interesting, okay. While also being a hypocrite on the abortion issue. And, let's take a look here. The Republican who is known for presenting tech-focused legislation in the Texas House and serves as the chair of the Innovation and Technology Caucus also used a burner phone and email to communicate covertly, she told the publication. Also very interesting, the two of them allegedly made trips to Amsterdam's red light district, which, if you know anything about Amsterdam's red light district, you're up to something over there, right? You're up to something that is unchrist-like if you're going there. And like, for me, no judgment. Like, oh, go have fun. But like, he's the one who has issues with that. Now, I do have to point out one last allegation that is made by this woman, and it is, in fact, one of those things where it's not go knock yourself out, have a good time, you're just a hypocrite type of situation. In this interview, this woman describes how she became uncomfortable. I'm going to quote here. When Capriglione mentioned wanting to ejaculate into batter for cookies that would be sold at his daughter's bake sale. She stated that Capriglione, I can't say his name correctly, Capriglione said he enjoyed the thought of children, particularly young girls, consuming his semen. Is a mainstream Republican right there. That is a mainstream Republican. Is he on the Epstein list? I guess we'll have to find out when the documents come out, but it wouldn't surprise me someone like this was on the Epstein list. Like, when we talk about, I gotta be honest with you guys, I think we do need to just kind of run with this Epstein stuff. Because, like, genuinely, it's shocking how often these guys turn out to be, like, people who want to predate on children. It's so gross. And, like, the thing is, he's not even, like, the only Republican this week. That guy, by the way, canceled his re-election bid. That guy canceled his attempt to get office. He ended his campaign. He's not even the only, like, conservative pedophile who's holding office and being, like, outed. It's crazy. Here's another story. City commissioner arrested after alleged inappropriate relationship with teenage girl. Like, this is from, like, 2 days ago. Fort Pierce City Commissioner James Taylor was arrested July 24th on felony charges after allegations of having an inappropriate relationship with a teenage girl, according to St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. Taylor, 38, was jailed. Also, by the way, this man's fucking 38 years old. Just, like, what the fuck happened to you, man? Yeah, jailed on charges including 6 counts each of transmission of harmful material to a minor by electronic equipment, transfer or display of obscenity to a minor, and harmful communication to a minor, 4 counts of lewd computer solicitation of a child, and 2 counts of solicitation of transmission of child pornography by electronic device or equipment, the sheriff's office stated. All 24 counts are felonies. By the way, the mother advised that her daughter, who was only 12 years old when the communications began, had been contacted by an adult male via Snapchat. The suspect allegedly sent multiple nude images to the minor. Republicans, man, Republicans, is it any shock that the leader of their party is doing everything he can to avoid being outed as being on the Epstein list? Is it at all shocking? Is it at all shocking that the entire Republican leadership has coalesced around Donald Trump's desire to try and avoid being outed for being on the Epstein list? Because so many of these people, so many of these men are complicit in this type of predatory behavior. And I do have to throw out one last thing. This one might be pretty great. There's a guy in Oklahoma. He's been going after the public education system. He's the superintendent of Oklahoma's education system. He's been calling any book that has LGBTQ people in it pedophilic and predatory. He's been seeking to get all kinds of books banned that if they are at all progressive or critical of the United States or queer or what have you, right? His name is Ryan Walters. Now, Ryan Walters, another warrior for the conservative movement's purity culture. Well, he ran into a little bit of a whoopsie-daisy a couple days ago. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Here's from Oklahoma Voice. Probe underway after reports of nude women on Oklahoma State Superintendent's office TV. Walters accused some board members of being blatantly dishonest. And I love this headline and subheader because it really implies here that multiple board members on Oklahoma's educational board are concocting a lie to say they saw him watching porn in his office. I don't know. This guy is a genuine lunatic. Right? This guy's not even in a, he's a Nazi kind of way, which he is, but he's genuinely just crazy. He's just a crazy asshole. Oklahoma top Senate leader said an inquiry is underway following a bizarre and troubling situation where two board members reported that they saw naked women on State Superintendent Ryan Walters' office television. State President Pro Temp Lonnie Paxton, Republican Tuttle, said the inquiry is being led by the Office of Management and Enterprise Services, and leadership at the agency is working through proper channels to initiate the investigation. The Oklahoman and non-doc reported Friday that board members Ryan Deathrage. I'm sorry, his name is Ryan Deathrage? That's such a fucking cool name. I'm sorry, we gotta take a moment here. His name is Deathrage. I'm out here minding my own business, and I wasn't prepared for goddamn Deathrage. You know a Deathrage? Are they cool as fuck? Because I have to imagine they are with a name like that. It's like naming someone Jeeves. You have a name to live up to. Hell yeah. Sounds like a D&D character. My first name is Kill-Ass Deathrage. Please. My father was called Mr. Deathrage. You can call me Kill-Ass. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. I got completely derailed by that. Ryan Deathrage and Becky Carson said they saw the pictures on a television in Walter's office during a state Board of Education executive session that was held July 24th. This is a bizarre and troubling situation that raises serious questions about the events and what took place during yesterday's executive session at the Oklahoma State Board of Education meeting, Paxton said in a statement. The accounts made public by board members paint a strange, unsettling scene that demands clarity and transparency. Senator Adam Pugh and I appreciate the quick action by OMIs to help coordinate through this situation to get details on exactly what happened. More transparency is essential before strong conclusions can be drawn. Some of these board members are blatantly dishonest and cannot hide their political agenda, Walters said Friday night. It is disappointing that they are more interested in creating distractions than getting work done for Oklahoma families. State Representative Dick Lowe, who chairs the House Committee on Common Education, said Friday night that he attended Thursday's executive session. However, he was sitting in the back corner of the room where he couldn't see the television. He said he left during a break before the incident occurred. His name is Dick Lowe, and he was sitting too far back to see what was happening. His dick was too low. I can't. Is Oklahoma even a real place? This is real. This is real, chat. Dick Low and Deathrage. I can't. All right. But Dick Lowe said he spoke with both board members Thursday night who told him that they had seen nude women on the television. He said the board members told him that when they questioned Walters about the women, the state superintendent appeared to be surprised and said he needed to get it turned off. I can't.
My father was a death rage, his father was a death rage, and his father before him. The death rage tradition is strong, and will not be brought low by *******. BWA.
Oh God, the absolute state of these Republicans, man. Where's Richard High? Maybe it's a Jekyll and Hyde situation. You know, you've got Richard High, but at night after he drinks the potion, he turns into Dick Lowe. Dick Lowe said he has no question that this is true, though he doesn't know all the facts. I feel like so much of this is like, well, we don't know all of the facts about what's happening here. Why? What kind of pornography was it? What sort of topless women were they? We need more details. Maybe we can get the URL. It must have been quite good. The associate of Mike Hawk.
Welp, time to work on the backstory for my D&D barbarian/blood hunter. Dick Lowe death rage.
Fuck, this is funny. Oh my God. Okay, the board has questioned Walters' actions and his authority in recent months. On Thursday, board members questioned Walters over his authority to require districts to provide free school lunches to all students, a controversial test he wants to require California and New York teachers to take before they can become certified to teach in Oklahoma, and a new partnership with a private online Arizona-based school. The board wants to know they weren't consulted. I mean, I do like that he wanted people to have free school lunches. I think that's good, but he's also a deeply evil man. So that's the state of the Republican Party right now. The absolute state of it. And look, I know that a lot is going on in the world right now, but it's always important to pay attention to local Republicans and local politics because, let's be real here, a lot of these local folks are crazy as fuck. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do the things that help this channel. You know the drill. But also consider joining your local DSA. Join your local Democrats. Radicalize them and take over the party. Okay? We need to be cool and have better policies and also meet the incredibly low standards set by the people who want to take all of your rights and disappear people off of our streets. So, you know, I think we have the capacity to do that. I think you guys have the capacity to do that. I think you guys can actually be much better than these people that we've talked about here in this segment. And you have almost a moral imperative to do so. So get out there and do stuff. If you need help getting involved in DSA, join our Discord. Just ! Discord in any of the chats. Join the Discord. Reach out to Gamergy in the Discord. And if you need help joining your local Dems, join the Discord. Reach out to Dragonfly in the Discord. They will both be happy to help you get involved in those respective areas and point you in the direction on how to do the most good in your area. That being said, I think we're done here. That was genuinely insane.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.